Welcome to another video from East Beds Bushcraft, the home of #survival.
So here we are back in the East Beds Bushcraft camp, and we are basically going to be having an all-nighter, or I say we, I might get joined by my son, I don't know, but otherwise I'm here for the night. It is my land, so I am not breaching any kind of COVID lockdown regulations at the moment, because we all should be staying at home, and this the bushcraft camp is on my property, as I say. And the thing is, we've had absolutely zero snow this winter in Bedfordshire. Some people might take issue with that. I've had it before where somebody says, oh no, 4 o'clock on Thursday on the 15th of January we had snow for half an hour. No, that's not snow, okay? That's not snow. Generally, I'd even go as far as to say when we have snow in the UK, it's not really snow. It lasts a couple of days these days, probably due to global warming. You know, I've been to Finland. I have camped at -26 in Finland. I have camped on top of Ben Nevis up in the mountains in Scotland in the snow. And what we get, and what causes so much traffic disruption in the UK, really is nothing like what you'd expect to get if you lived, say, in Scandinavia, etc., or Greenland, or Canada. Name all the places that have wonderful snow, because I personally love snow. I haven't been skiing in years because we haven't had any snow, and I haven't managed to get away. Last time we went skiing was up in the Grampian Mountains in Scotland, which was very nice as well. I really enjoyed the skiing. Well, the Met Office that does our weather in the UK has suggested that we're going to have snow possibly overnight or into the morning tomorrow. And so I'm going to take the opportunity to camp out overnight. We're expecting kind of -1, -2, possibly down to -4 temperatures, and so I thought, well, that's brilliant. That sounds just ideal for me. We've been in lockdown for ages, and so it's an opportunity to have a little camp out, sleep overnight in sub-zero temperature, not that sub-zero, but below zero, which is sub-zero, and basically just enjoy a bit of peace and quiet. But who knows, so I might catch a bit of wildlife overnight and find out whether we wake up in the morning to 4 inches of snow or absolutely nothing at all. We should find out. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy my noodles, and then after my noodles, a bit later on, I'll get my bed sorted out. I always have my old camp bed here. One of the jobs I need to get round to sorting out in the bushcraft camp is to change this put you up camp bed to a wooden built one. It's like using the old the fencing that surrounds the bush camp. I'm going to change that for you know, woven willow walls or hazel. It'll all happen in time, there's no rush. But anyway, so I need to sort the bed out, get that ready, chop some wood, sort a fire out. Don't know what I'm going to be particularly eating this evening, because, as I say, my son might be joining me, which means that rather than me attacking my supplies in the pack, it might be a case that he surprises Dad with some takeaway. I ain't going to complain about that. So, nice fire, warm bed, cameras. If Zach being my son, does arrive, then he may bring night vision camera with him as well. We'll just see what happens. So anyway, I'm going to eat my noodles now they've cooled down to an eatable temperature, and I'll catch you a bit later on. Anyway, here I am in, for the shadow from my head torch, in the bushcraft camp, and I'll just take a look at my bed. So I've just checked the temperature at the moment. It's 10:30 and it's already -1. It's already quite frosty out in the orchard, well, you can see it. I'm using, right, so I've got my normal put you up camp bed under here. I've got a self-inflating mattress. Chucked my furs off my 2 chairs. I put the furs underneath for a little bit of extra comfort. I've got a medium weight British Army sleeping bag, and since we're probably expecting it to go to about -4, I've got this, which is one of my favourites. It's a Dutch Army throw. It goes on the inside of the, it's a poncho liner, so it goes on the inside of a poncho, but and the poncho itself becomes a modular system of a sleeping bag, but it's an it makes a superb throw over blanket as well. Anyway, I'm just going to set that out and I'll come back to that. So anyway, I've laid out my poncho liner. Now that's the Dutch Army poncho liner, and it makes a big old blanket because basically it's designed to attach to the inside of the Dutch Army poncho. The poncho itself then folds in half and press studs together and makes a sleeping bag, and because the poncho itself is waterproof, that kind of makes a bivvy bag, if you like. Not a brilliant one, but the whole thing is a really lightweight modular sleep system. It's about -1 at the moment, but going with my sleeping bag and the fact that I've got the throw over, that won't be an issue, shouldn't be. I mean, we're expecting it to get down to -4. I don't know if it will, but we shall see. So I got myself some water on for a coffee, and I elected, as I say, to sleep in the camp tonight. I've put the lavoo up. Oh, look at that, sparkly. Can you see that? That's all the frost that's settling on the lavoo, sparkling in the torchlight. Well, my son did come down and he brought his dad some Chinese takeaway, which is quite nice. Seeing that I say the bushcraft camp's in our orchard, which is on our property, so it's not too much of a hike from the house, and it's been really quite a nice retreat during these months of lockdown measures. So I had a nice bit of Chinese. I think everybody is pretty much going to bed, and I say the lavoo is up. That's fine. Just letting that have an airing. Doesn't do any harm. And I'm gonna have a coffee. There you go. Before I retire. Although since it's such a clear night tonight, I might get some photos, see if I can get some sky shots of some constellations. I have coffee. It's heading towards 11 o'clock. Fire's going nicely, keeping me warm in camp, and I think we're about down to -1, heading for -2. Certainly, usually when it gets to about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, that's when it gets coldest. Got my little lantern down here. Everything's cool. Morning all. Well, I can say I slept really well. I checked the temperature, it went down to -3, and now I'll be as snug as a bug in a rug in my sleeping bag. So I suppose I'll shake a tail feather, get a fire going, and make some coffee. Ooh. What a great night's sleep. And
the lovely fresh air. Listening to the birds now as the birds are waking up. Right, time to get a fire going. Anyway, I slept real good last night, as I keep saying. Don't know why everybody complains about being out camping. As long as you've prepped everything and you've got comfortable sleeping, what more have you got to worry about? It's beautiful. Anyway, fire time. Let's check. There's a little bit of residual warmth from the fire last night. The great thing with these old burnt bits of wood that have still not completely burnt is they are like charcoal. They're full of free radicals and they'll light up real easy. There we go. What else we got? One thing is I can't be bothered with loads of faffing around when it comes to making a fire first thing in the morning. So just do it easy. Could do it easier. Could use some matches. Or everyone's favourite, the big lighter. Other brands are available. Yeah, let's just get some bit of birch bark just to help things on its way. There's some little bits. There we go. Oh, my beauty. Buzz needs a coffee. So let's get you going here. Oh, I've got company. I've got company. Come on in. Come on in. Hello. We've got company. You can come join me for coffee, are you, cat? Come on, Marcus. So this is Marcus. She's a beautiful cat. She's probably been spending her night down in the cottage. While I've been down in the orchard. Well, there you go. You could always come and spend the night down there, cat. You know, you prefer your central heating, don't you? Or your open fire down there. I don't want all the smoke. Come on, burn. Oh, got a nice little bit of kindling there. That'll be on its way. Let that get going, and then coffee time. Well, I've got my coffee, and I've got a putty cat, and I've got my fire, and it's a cold and frosty Sunday morning, isn't it, Pusscat? Yeah. And we're doing fine. Well, thank you for joining me for this overnight camp. We didn't get any snow, or at least not so far. We haven't had any snow. I did get my coffee, and I got my pussycat, didn't I, Marcus, eh? Yeah. Marcus came down from the cottage to visit me down in the orchard. She got out this morning. She knows, never comes and spends the night with me. She spends the night in the house. Got a fire going. This, as far as I'm concerned, is my little piece of heaven. So relaxing, so free. I think that's probably why all us bushcrafters, stroke wild campers, stroke survivalists, blah 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 blah. We're really hampered at the moment because we can't get out into the countryside, we can't go out to the national parks, can't get out to the mountains or the coast. Do you know, I think I haven't seen the sea for probably nearly a year. That's the only downside of living in Bedfordshire, where East Beds Bushcraft is obviously based, is because you can probably get further from the coast of Britain if you tried. We're smack dab, sort of right in the middle. Nearest coast is probably about an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half away. But we can't travel because of lockdown, and you know, so here we are enjoying camp. Strange times we live in, eh, folks? But we can still get out. Hopefully, we can still get out, get a bit of fresh air. Those of us that have got the opportunity to have a little bit of a camp. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter even if you've got a postage stamp back garden. You can still get out there and have a camp, or at least I would. Sorry for you guys that are stuck in flats and apartments and things and you can't do that, but you are allowed. I'm going to look back at this video at some time, but you are allowed to go for your reasonable daily one daily exercise, as long as you stay local to your home at the moment. Wow. Woohoo. But that's the way it is. Things are going to change. You know, I'm missing going out into the woods at the moment and seeing you know, things like the snowdrops and wild garlic starting to come up. But you can still see an awful lot in your local environment, in your garden. Even if you live in the city, there are still little pockets of wildlife that you can seek out that are probably in walking distance from your home. A lot of people live near to canals. Behind me at the bottom of the orchard we have a brook, which is featured sometimes. You know, we get brook trout coming up and down. I must say at this present moment in time, due to all the rain we've been getting, it's been on the verge of actually flooding the orchard, which it has done in the past, but thankfully we haven't had to put up with that. So, keep well, relax, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your campfire. If you can't have a campfire, you know, let's all hope we can get out soon. This is Buzz and Marcus from East Beds Bushcraft. See some squirrels coming. There's a couple of black squirrels dipping around. As I say, this is Buzz and Marcus wishing you all well from East Beds Bushcraft. Take care all.
Thank you for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the East Beds Bushcraft channel. See you all again soon.